people. I'm hoping we have more than 6 people. What? Oh,
I'm
sorry.
complaining.
Oh no. You okay?
Oh yeah, I made bad decisions in making 2 presentations in one day.
I told you.
I didn't realize it until Rebecca told me, and now I'm living it.
Well, 3 minutes, it'll be over.
know.
One way or the other.
Well, 3 minutes, half of it will be over, and then I have 15 to 20.
Oh.
Pretty fast-paced 3 minutes.
What?
This is a pretty fast-paced 3
I
minutes.
didn't expect it to be 3 minutes. Like when I went through it, I was like, that was only like a minute.
Yeah.
Presentation.
No, it's 3. Yeah. Good. Some of you have practiced. Oh, wonderful. This is good. Oh. I sure hope it goes well today. Let's go.
Yeah, that first practice was like an eye-opener. You're like, I still have half the slide to talk about. Why is it moving?
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I'm going to talk about all this stuff here, and then, next slide.
Next slide.
All right.
Next slide.
Guess I'm not talking about that.
I'm really sorry, Morgan.
Like, hey, I got enough inspirations for making games.
No, I didn't have no inspiration to talk about crazy stuff.
I was going to mention that my new bag is one of the inspirations, but then I ran out of time for that. So
Yeah, that I was like, I'm going to talk about so much, and then no, you're not.
So I was going to be like, remember, you see, rhythm has an environment is also inspiration. I don't have time to say that, but
When I put my address I sent you into
I did say that,
my
but I
browser, it
realized this
says
is a...
the file is sending me pre-filled. Just kidding.
I was able to see it this morning.
This morning?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was able to see it just like half an hour ago.
All right.
Double check here. It's there.
Okay.
You're good.
All
You're
right.
good. Okay.
Why did you use all that? How are you using all
I'm not using all of it. I'm used. I use some.
No, it's like all shit.
I'm laughing at you flying when you're yeah. You're gonna be like, that's some science. Risk of rain.
Risk of
Oh, you should.
No.
Come on.
Killing something.
I need 4 more. There are 17 of you in this class now. There were 18. Now there's 17. So
We'll be here.
they'll be here.
I'll be here 2 minutes.
Okay. Well, we have to get going. In order to get through everybody in our hour and 15 minutes, I hope we get through them faster, but this is our plan. Don't forget what we had done in Lab 1. You all played 11 games. I tried to pick games that were a good variety so that you could say, these are things we need to know about as game developers, all these different genres, all these different themes of what's going on. But I know there's holes. So your goal today is to give this 3-minute Pachaka presentation convincing the rest of the class that we should have played this game as well. That your game is a vital part of your background that you need for game development. Okay, so thank you all for your links. I think we finally got them all to work. Some of you a couple times, but we got it back and forth. I now have everybody's links. This is the plan. I'll demonstrate it with mine. You will click on your name. It'll bring this up. You maximize it. And then you hit play. As soon as you hit play, your 3 minutes begins. and then it will cycle through these slides every 20 seconds. So that's your plan. You come up, click on your name, maximize, hit play, and your time begins. That's where we should be. Okay, so we're going to go in alphabetical order based on first name. First up is going to be Barrett, and then just go to the next person. We're going to clap at the end of it, and then go to the next person. I sure hope this works. Maximize.
Good morning, everybody. My game is Star Fox 64. It was a staple of my childhood, a game about cartoon animal mercenaries in space. And this opening screen is a bit deceptive because Fox McCloud here, the guy you play, actually didn't walk around as that screen would imply. You actually flew a little one-man spaceship, as well as the rest of your mercenaries. And the objectives were all fairly simple, jumping right into the game, because you just shot down what you saw. But the game would get more complex as the player discovered power-ups, such as bombs and lasers to enhance the amount of damage done, as well as many flying tricks that could be perfected with the timing of when you push the buttons. And members of your team are also a resource. They would give you advice. The story behind it was pretty much Fox was hired by this General Pepper to destroy the evil monkey Andross. So you were saving the world for money, which didn't really make sense, but I was a kid, so I ran with it. The level path you had depended on the choices you made in the previous level. So this would encourage multiple playthroughs. You might have some sort of task you had to achieve in order to get to the harder levels. So it was very easy to jump into this game since it was so easily a game of dexterity where you just point and shoot. And that's what made it good for beginners. Had a very good learning curve. Yet it was also good for experts because there were alternative objectives you could find. You could try to go for a different level pass or try and perfect your flying tricks, earn medals. There were many Easter eggs in the game too. So it kept it interesting. It felt like there was always something new to be discovered. And that was the main reason why I loved this game so much growing up, was it was easy for my friends to play if I wanted them to learn it, yet so much to continue discovering, because the simple and the complex were weaved perfectly, and I think that's what why I chose to present this game. And I think you all should download an emulator, give it a shot. So easy to jump into, yet so much. I play it to this day, and I'm 23, so that's Star Fox 64, and hope you all enjoyed my presentation.
Let me just start. Okay. Okay, so Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor was a highly anticipated game of 2014, and it's a third-person action-adventure where you play as a Gondorian ranger 60 years before the beginning of the original Lord of the Rings. But before I get into what we as game designers and developers can learn, I'm first going to tell you why you should play this game. So, who here likes Assassin's Creed? Maybe Batman games, Lord of the Rings universe? Well, this game combines all of those. So it takes the terrain traversal of Assassin's Creed, the combat style of Batman, and the lore of Lord of the Rings, and puts it together for this really electrifying gameplay. So what we see here is, and it's a little hard to see, is the Nemesis System. And what this is it's a dynamically changing orc hierarchy within the game itself. So these captains right here and these war chiefs here all interact independently from what you do in the game. So they'll change and vie for power even if you're not directly affecting them. And so here you can see that orcs all have memory and they remember the interactions that they have with you. For instance, this guy escaped Talion, the ranger that you play as, and was given a scar. And so when he comes back, he taunts him with saying, you gave me this scar, and he's got this big metal plate covering it up. And so what this does is it really immerses the gamer in a really unique sense of playstyle. And even better, when you kill an orc, they become a revenge target. And what this does is it gives you more rewards than if you were just killing a regular orc. But these revenge targets can also be incorporated in the game story itself and really give you this personal connection with the enemies. But not only can you hack and slash your way through, you also get supernatural powers because you're infused with a spirit of a wraith. And so that can lead you to some really cool action sequences. And not only that, you can also control the minds of other orcs and dominate them, allowing you to also infiltrate Sauron's army from within. But if you get tired of the usual hack and slash, then there are monsters in the world. You can either ride into a camp with these saber-toothed cat-like monsters, or you can siege a stronghold with these massive graugs, are what they're called. And what this does is it really adds a depth and diversity to the gameplay instead of just doing your ranger things. And so one of the things that I would really like to learn from this game is the satisfaction factor, is kind of how I call it. During these finishers that you see here, they have this slow motion panoramic view that you can change so that you can really enjoy like all the killing sequences and all the fighting combat. And they also have slow down time effects when you're using the bow that can help you enhance your gameplay and do more complex tasks. And so finally, I want to learn more about